Jeffrey Hunter remains one of Hollywood's most intriguing what-if stories, a name synonymous with immense talent and untapped potential. Best known for his roles in iconic films like The Searchers and King of Kings, Hunter's career trajectory took an unexpected turn when he was cast as Captain Christopher Pike in the original pilot of Star Trek. While he left an indelible mark as the captain of the USS Enterprise in The Cage, he made the fateful decision to step away from the series, paving the way for William Shatner to take on the now iconic role of Captain James T. Kirk. Imagine a parallel universe where Hunter became the face of Star Trek. Would the franchise have looked the same, or even achieved the same legendary status? Beyond his brush with science fiction fame, Hunter's Hollywood career was marked by a string of memorable performances that cemented his status as a leading man in the 1950s and early 1960s. His striking good looks, natural charisma, and compelling acting style made him a favorite for both audiences and critics alike. Yet, despite his early success, his career began to decline as the Hollywood landscape shifted, leading to roles in smaller international productions and ultimately culminating in a tragic and premature end. Hunter's death at just 42 years old shocked fans and cut short a life and career that could have reached even greater heights. This story of rising stardom, missed opportunities, and a tragic fall is one that continues to fascinate Hollywood enthusiasts and historians alike. In this video, we'll dive deep into Jeffrey Hunter's life, his pivotal role in shaping Star Trek's history, and the heartbreaking events that led to his untimely passing. Jeffrey Hunter, born Henry Herman McKinney Jr. on November 25, 1926, in New Orleans, Louisiana, had humble beginnings that laid the foundation for his future stardom. His family relocated to Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1930, where young Hank, as he was affectionately called, grew up in a modest yet nurturing environment. Milwaukee would become the backdrop of his formative years, shaping his character and introducing him to the performing arts. Even as a child, Hunter exhibited a flair for entertaining, often captivating those around him with his charm and budding talent. His early interest in acting found an outlet when he began performing on local radio shows during his high school years. These early experiences sparked a passion for storytelling and performing that only grew stronger. Hunter's talent and dedication earned him opportunities in summer stock theater, where he honed his craft in front of live audiences. He also ventured into the Chicago theater scene, further sharpening his skills and building a foundation for his eventual Hollywood career. When the United States entered World War II, Hunter temporarily set aside his artistic aspirations to serve his country. He enlisted in the U.S. Navy in 1945, serving honorably until 1946. This experience instilled in him a sense of discipline and resilience that would later serve him well in the demanding world of acting. After his military service, Hunter pursued higher education with a focus on theater, first at Northwestern University and later at UCLA. His academic journey allowed him to explore the intricacies of acting and stagecraft, earning him respect among his peers and professors. It was during his time at UCLA that Hollywood talent scouts took notice of his striking good looks and undeniable charisma. Recognizing his potential, they introduced him to 20th Century Fox, where he signed his first major film contract. This turning point marked the beginning of Jeffrey Hunter's Hollywood career. From a young boy performing on Milwaukee radio to a promising talent discovered by industry insiders, his journey to stardom had officially begun. Little did anyone know, however, that this small-town actor would soon leave an indelible mark on Hollywood history. Hunter's early life was a testament to perseverance and passion, setting the stage for his meteoric rise in the film industry. Jeffrey Hunter's journey into stardom was marked by standout performances that showcased his range, charisma, and screen presence. His big break came in the mid-1950s with a series of notable film roles that cemented his reputation as one of Hollywood's promising leading men. Among these, his role in The Searchers, 1956, remains one of his most celebrated performances. Acting alongside the legendary John Wayne in John Ford's iconic Western, Hunter played Martin Pauly, a determined young man navigating a treacherous journey to rescue his kidnapped niece. His nuanced portrayal of a conflicted, moral character against the backdrop of a vast, unforgiving landscape demonstrated his ability to hold his own against Hollywood heavyweights. Hunter's career reached a pinnacle in 1961 when he took on the role of Jesus Christ in King of Kings. Directed by Nicholas Ray, this epic retelling of Christ's life presented Hunter in one of the most demanding roles of his career. While the film received mixed reviews, his portrayal was praised for its sincerity and gravitas, and it remains a defining moment in his filmography. The sheer scope of the production and the weight of portraying such an iconic figure elevated Hunter's profile internationally, solidifying his status as a serious actor. His versatility shone through in other notable films like The Last Hurrah, 1958, a political drama where he starred alongside Spencer Tracy, and Sailor of the King, 1953, a wartime adventure that highlighted his ability to carry action-heavy narratives. These roles demonstrated Hunter's range, moving seamlessly between drama, action, and historical epics. As the 1960s progressed, Hunter began to transition from the silver screen to television, embracing the shifting dynamics of Hollywood. In 1963, he starred in Temple Houston, a Western TV series where he played the titular role of an attorney in the Old West. While the show had a promising start, it struggled with ratings and was canceled after one season. Despite this setback, Hunter's television presence helped maintain his visibility as a household name. One of the most intriguing chapters of Hunter's career was his involvement with the Star Trek franchise. In 1964, he was cast as Captain Christopher Pike in The Cage, the original unaired pilot for Star Trek. The role showcased a commanding yet introspective side of Hunter, as Pike grappled with existential dilemmas and leadership challenges aboard the USS Enterprise. Despite the pilot not being picked up immediately, Hunter's performance left a lasting impression on those who viewed it. However, when NBC made the unprecedented decision to commission a second pilot for Star Trek, Hunter chose not to continue with the role. Reports suggest that a combination of his desire to focus on film projects and his agent's recommendation led him to step away. This decision paved the way for William Shatner to take on the role of Captain James T. Kirk, a character that would become synonymous with the Star Trek legacy. Fans and historians alike often speculate about what Star Trek might have looked like with Hunter at the helm. His more serious and introspective take on the captain's role could have lent the series a tone quite different from the charismatic, action-oriented approach brought by Shatner. While we'll never know how Hunter's portrayal might have shaped the franchise, his brief stint as Captain Pike left an indelible mark on Star Trek's history, with footage from The Cage later repurposed in the series' first season in the two-part episode The Menagerie. Hunter's rise to fame was marked by a blend of talent, opportunity, and memorable performances. His transition from leading man in film to trailblazer in television highlighted his adaptability and enduring appeal, making his story one of Hollywood's most compelling narratives. Yet, as his career trajectory shifted, challenges began to surface that would ultimately shape the next phase of his life. Jeffrey Hunter's personal life was as dynamic and complex as his career, filled with both joyous milestones and significant challenges. His first marriage was to actress Barbara Rush, a celebrated star in her own right. The couple married in 1950 and had a son, Christopher, born in 1952. While their union seemed like a picture-perfect Hollywood romance, the pressures of their respective careers ultimately led to their divorce in 1955. Despite their separation, Hunter remained a devoted father to Christopher, often balancing his career with his role as a parent. In 1957, Hunter married model Dusty Bartlett, marking the beginning of his second significant relationship. Together, they formed a blended family as Hunter adopted Bartlett's son, Steele, and the couple welcomed two additional children, Todd and Scott. This period was marked by relative stability in Hunter's personal life, though his demanding career often kept him away from home. As his career waned in the mid-1960s, the strain of maintaining a family life amidst professional uncertainty began to take its toll. Hunter and Bartlett divorced in 1967, leaving him to navigate the challenges of fatherhood and a fading career largely on his own. In early 1969, Hunter found love again with actress Emily McLaughlin, best known for her role as Nurse Jessie Brewer on General Hospital. Their marriage was brief but significant, as McLaughlin stood by Hunter during the most challenging period of his life. By the mid-1960s, Hunter's once bright career began to dim. Shifting Hollywood trends and younger stars overshadowed the type of leading man roles Hunter had once thrived in. He increasingly turned to lower-budget productions in Europe and Asia, which, while keeping him employed, lacked the prestige of his earlier projects. Films like Cry Chicago and other international ventures kept him busy, but the physical and emotional toll of constant travel and less favorable working conditions began to show. Adding to his struggles were growing health issues. A 1968 on-set accident during the filming of Cry Chicago resulted in a concussion that would have lingering effects. Coupled with the relentless pressure of staying relevant in a rapidly changing industry, Hunter's physical and mental well-being deteriorated. These challenges painted a picture of a man grappling with both personal and professional adversities, a stark contrast to the confident, charismatic star audiences had come to admire. Despite these difficulties, Hunter remained committed to his craft until his untimely death, leaving behind a legacy of perseverance and dedication. Jeffrey Hunter's life took a tragic turn during the filming of Cry Chicago in November 1968. While on location in Spain, an on-set explosion that was part of a staged action sequence went horribly wrong. A car window rigged to explode outward malfunctioned, sending shards of glass inward instead. Hunter, standing near the vehicle, was struck and suffered a severe concussion. Though initially treated for his injuries, the true extent of the damage wasn't fully understood at the time. This incident would have devastating, long-term effects on his health, setting the stage for his untimely demise. After returning to the United States following the filming, Hunter's health began to noticeably deteriorate. His wife at the time, Emily McLaughlin, later recounted that he experienced severe symptoms on the flight home, including shock and an inability to speak or move properly. Doctors initially diagnosed him with a concussion and a displaced vertebra, but further complications emerged in the following months. Hunter, once the epitome of vitality and strength, struggled with physical weakness, dizziness, and episodes of confusion, which deeply affected both his personal and professional life. On May 26, 1969, tragedy struck again. While at his home in Van Nuys, California, Hunter suffered an intracranial hemorrhage, likely a delayed consequence of the concussion he had sustained months earlier. Disoriented and unsteady, he fell down a short flight of stairs, hitting his head on a planter and then a banister. The impact fractured his skull, rendering him unconscious. Emily discovered him in this critical state and rushed him to Valley Presbyterian Hospital. Despite immediate efforts to save his life, the injuries proved catastrophic. Hunter underwent emergency brain surgery to relieve the pressure caused by the hemorrhage, but the damage was too severe. He passed away the following morning, May 27, 1969, at the young age of 42. His death sent shockwaves through Hollywood and among fans who had followed his career. A man once seen as destined for enduring greatness had been lost far too soon. Hunter's funeral was held on May 31, 1969, at St. Paul, Mark's Episcopal Church in Van Nuys. The service was attended by close friends, family, and colleagues, many of whom remembered him not only for his professional accomplishments, but also for his kindness, humility, and dedication. He was laid to rest at Glen Haven Memorial Park in Sylmar, California, a quiet resting place for a star whose light had been extinguished too early. In reflecting on Jeffrey Hunter's life, it's impossible not to consider the roles he played and the legacy he left behind. His performance in The Searchers continues to be celebrated as one of the greatest in cinematic history, while his portrayal of Jesus Christ in King of Kings remains a cornerstone of religious epic films. Even his brief stint as Captain Christopher Pike in Star Trek has grown in significance, with the character being revisited in modern iterations of the franchise, cementing Hunter's contribution to the show's enduring mythology. Hunter's tragic end also serves as a somber reminder of the risks and unpredictability of life in Hollywood. On-set accidents, like the one he experienced in Spain, underscore the dangers that actors and crew members often face in pursuit of cinematic storytelling. His death echoes other industry tragedies, from the Twilight Zone disaster to the more recent incidents on films like Rust, highlighting the importance of safety protocols on sets. Jeffrey Hunter's career left an indelible mark on Hollywood, shaping the landscape of classic cinema and television in ways that continue to resonate. His roles in films like The Searchers and King of Kings remain landmarks of his era, showcasing his range and ability to bring complexity to his characters. In The Searchers, Hunter's portrayal of Martin Pauly, opposite John Wayne, is celebrated as a touchstone of the Western genre, blending moral conviction with emotional depth. Meanwhile, his performance as Jesus Christ in King of Kings brought a profound sincerity to one of history's most revered figures, earning him admiration across the globe and securing the film's place as a cornerstone of religious epics. While Hunter's career spanned a wide range of genres, his brief association with Star Trek added a layer of cultural significance to his legacy. As Captain Christopher Pike in The Cage, Hunter helped set the tone for what would become one of television's most iconic franchises. Fans and historians often ponder the what if of Hunter remaining with the series. His introspective and thoughtful take on the captain's role might have given Star Trek a different emotional core. Though his involvement was short-lived, his contribution has been immortalized through the franchise's ongoing exploration of Pike's character, reinforcing Hunter's place in the Star Trek mythology. Hunter's untimely death is a poignant reminder of the fragility of life, particularly in the demanding world of Hollywood. His story parallels other tragic incidents in the industry, such as the Twilight Zone accident in 1982 and the recent tragedy on the set of Rust. These incidents underscore the inherent risks of filmmaking, where safety measures sometimes falter under creative and logistical pressures. Hunter's death, compounded by his earlier onset injury, serves as a cautionary tale for the industry, a stark example of the importance of prioritizing safety and well-being on set. Today, Jeffrey Hunter's legacy endures among fans of classic cinema and television. His body of work stands as a testament to his talent and versatility, offering a glimpse into a career that, though cut short, achieved remarkable depth. For Star Trek enthusiasts, Hunter's portrayal of Captain Pike remains a beloved part of the franchise's early history, while film aficionados continue to celebrate his performances in The Searchers, King of Kings, and beyond. As audiences rediscover Hunter's films, they are reminded of his ability to bring authenticity and gravitas to every role he played. His story, though tinged with tragedy, inspires reflection on the resilience and artistry required to navigate the highs and lows of Hollywood. Jeffrey Hunter's enduring appeal ensures that his contributions to entertainment will not be forgotten, a shining star whose light continues to guide fans and filmmakers alike. For those unfamiliar with his work, his story serves as an invitation to explore the rich legacy he left behind and to appreciate the talent of an actor gone too soon. As we reflect on his life, let us celebrate the legacy he left behind. Watch his films, explore his roles, and immerse yourself in the stories that made him a Hollywood legend. Share your favorite Jeffrey Hunter moments in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this journey through his life, subscribe for more stories of the stars who shaped cinema's golden age.